Hello and welcome to Ben Light Gymnasium for some Thursday evening women's basketball. Tonight, the 13-3 Ithaca Bombers will look to continue their 15-game winning streak over the 5-11 Utica Pioneers. I'm Dan Doherty alongside TJ Horgan. And TJ, do you see Utica getting their first win over the Bombers since 2010?
You know, I can't say I take Utica getting their first win here just because of how tough that Ithaca defense is. They run the full court press, as we know, we've seen it all season, and Utica really can't combat that. But an interesting thing to look at would be Utica's playmaker, Ashlyn Babb. She has plenty of assists this year, and she can try to go after that Ithaca defense as they press.
Yes, and Ashlyn Babb, part of that Ash duo, Ashley Mayo and Ashlyn Babb, they lead the team in rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, field goals made, three-pointers, free throws, and points. Either one of those two are the leaders in that category for the Utica Pioneers. And on the Ithaca side, what are you looking at, TJ?
Definitely on the Ithaca side, I'm looking at the tempo of the game. If they can keep the tempo slow and minimize Utica's shots, I think they're going to have a good chance to keep this one.
And who's your player to watch on Ithaca?
Player to watch on Ithaca is definitely be Jordan Beers. Jordan Beers had a career-high 23 points last game, past 600 points, and she is an explosive three-point shooter. If she is on tonight, Ithaca can almost throw it in the bag.
And I'll be looking at Erin Ferguson. Utica's not a big team. The ones with consistent playing time are not over 5'10", and Erin Ferguson stands at 6 foot tall. We're going to let the national anthem play now. And that was the national anthem. You are listening to Women's Basketball, Ithaca Bombers versus Utica Pioneers here on WICB Ithaca. I'm Dan Doherty alongside TJ Horgan. As I was saying before the national anthem, Erin Ferguson is definitely the player to watch. No players over 5'10" that get consistent playing time on the Utica Pioneers, while Erin Ferguson stands at 6 foot. And she leads the team in field goal percentage. Last year set the Ithaca record for field goal percentage in a season. And now the PA announcer is naming the starting lineup, so we'll let that take over. And now the teams are huddled up. Ithaca pulling out the stops for this game. DJ Washburn on the sideline bringing the tunes. And during halftime, there's going to be a $10,000 halftime heave presented by Firehouse Subs. So fun stuff going on tonight.
Yeah, Danny, that one's going to be fun. My half-court shot's pretty good. You think we get down there, middle of the game?
In a suit? You think you can make it? And now the starting lineups are out on the court, ready for the tip. It will be Julia Cavoni taking on Alina Tripp. The tip goes sideways, and it's picked up. Nope, it is bobbled around and goes out of bounds. Ithaca ball.
Yeah, right there we saw Erin Ferguson putting up a good fight for the ball. Luckily, that wasn't one of the rotating jump balls, or luckily for Utica, and they ended up getting possession.
Actually, they hand the ball to Utica now. Inbound goes to Ashley Mayo. Ashley Mayo guiding the troops. Pass over to Rachel Hunter at the top of the arc. Hunter left dribbles, passes it over to Ashlyn Babb. Babb drives, layup, air ball, and it is off the hands of Alina Tripp, out of bounds. Ithaca Bombers ball.
Solid defense by Ithaca right there, reading the Utica offense and deciding to go with a zone defense. That ended up in a possession for them.
Cross-court pass is batted away but picked up by Julia Cavoni. Back over to Erin Whoop. Now to Ali Raschuti. Raschuti finds Erin Ferguson. That's not Erin Ferguson, that is Jordan Beers. And now Ali Raschuti for three. Off the rim and tipped a couple times by Rachel Hunter, and it's picked up by Ali Raschuti. Offensive rebound. Pass it over to Erin Ferguson, who makes it 2-0 Bombers.
Those offensive rebounds have helped Ithaca all year. They lead the Empire 8 in offensive rebounds. Big part of that is Erin Ferguson staying in the paint.
And as you're saying, that beautiful half-court trap played by Ithaca Bombers, and there's a turnover. Now Ithaca ball. Jordan Beers for three. Got it. 5-0 Bombers.
What did we say earlier, Danny? If Jordan Beers gets hot, Ithaca has as good a shot as any.
And now you got to watch out if you're going to be that aggressive in the backcourt like Ithaca is. But they actually force a turnover, so it's their ball. The full court press works. Inbound over to Jordan Beers. Beers off the rim, out, gets her own rebound. Now Ali Rashuti passes over to Julie Iacovoni. Iacovoni over to Aaron Whoop. Whoop inside to Ferguson. For three from Julie Iacovoni, got it. 8-0 Bombers.
Ithaca really starting to get hot with this inside-out offense. They like to drive the ball in, but then keep their guards open for three. And as you saw, Iacovoni hit that one right there.
Great play so far from the Ithaca offense. It is 8-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Stolen by Aaron Whoop after a pass by Ashley Mayo goes awry. The pass over to Ali Rashuti into the corner for Julie Iacovoni. She passes inside to Erin Ferguson. The shot misses. Picked up by Elena Tripp. She passes over to Ashley Mayo, who guides the offense down, drives down the lane, cannot get the ball to go, and it's rebounded by Jordan Beers. Beers over to Iacovoni. Quick outlet pass. Back to Beers. Beers for three straight away off the front rim. Rebounded by Ashley Mayo. Mayo now turns it around for a fast break. Forces a foul on Jordan Beers and makes the shot. Will it be called on the floor, though?
Great back and forth there for Ashley Mayo. She started getting the rebound on the Ithaca side, but it was knocked away by Erin Ferguson. She quickly recovers, comes back down the court, and earns herself a foul shot.
Looking for a three-point play now. Ashley Mayo shooting 63% on the season from the line. She misses that one. And now Aaron Whoop will guide the offense. Passes a long one down to Ali Tunick. She dishes it out to Julie Iacovoni outside the three-point line. Aaron Whoop with the outlet pass. Shoots, misses, off the rim, and picked up by Nicolette Conkin.
Aaron Whoop leads the team in steals, and you can see why. She passed from about half court down to the front of the key, right to, I believe it was Julie Iacovoni that last drive.
And a missed layup by Utica gets batted out by Julie Iacovoni, so it is still Utica ball. Ashlyn Babb on the inbound. Babb passes it outside the three-point arc to Conkin, who gets it back to Babb. Babb to Tripp, still outside the three-point arc. And now a shot, pass to Mayo. Mayo sizing up Ali Rashuti. A nice screen play, but the shot is missed by Nicolette Conkin. Mayo tries to get a rebound, but steps out of bounds.
Ashley Mayo wanted to drive right there, but as soon as she saw an opening to the lane, in came Erin Ferguson to help with the defense. Great team defense by the Ithaca Bombers. Just another example of how this full-court press is tiring out offenses. Mayo really thought she had something. It must have been frustrating on her end.
Frustrating stuff. You can see it in the Utica Pioneers already. That full-court press is really angering them. And Ithaca Bombers have the ball, passing it around the three-point arc. Erin Whoop gets it to Rashuti. Ignores the open man in the corner. And misses the shot, picked up by Elena Tripp. Now Mayo drives it down the court. Double teamed. Ooh, breaks Julia Iacovoni's ankles. Inside to Rachel Hunter, who misses the lay-in. She tries to bat it out to her teammate, but it's picked up by Ali Tunick.
Oversight in the zone defense by Erin Ferguson was not capitalized on there by number 23, Rachel Hunter for Utica. She ended up missing a wide-open layup.
And now inside to Erin Ferguson. She passes it out to Ali Tunick. Tunick over to Rashuti, who gets it into the corner for Aaron Whoop. Off the rim and out, but it is batted around a couple times, and Ithaca picks it up. Layup, another offensive rebound. Erin Ferguson missed again, gets another offensive rebound.
Ferguson, a dominating presence in the paint so far tonight.
And now they've reset. Ali Tunick up top. Erin Ferguson leads the team in rebounds per game with 6. Already got 2 on this possession alone. In the corner for Ali Tunick. Misses the shot, rolls across the rim, and picked up by Ashlyn Babb.
Whoop, Rashuti, and Tunick were staying on 3 different points of the three-point line, spread apart. They really wanted to shoot it free there on that possession.
And now Nicola Conkin in the corner misses the shot, and it's picked up by guess who? Erin Ferguson. Now Ithaca Bombers take it down the court, led by Ali Tunick, who passes it over to Ali Rashuti. Finds an open Aaron Whoop, who passes it down low to Julia Cavoni, misses her dribble, and it goes out under the baseline. Utica ball.
As we saw Nicolette Conkin get the rebound for Utica, she came all the way from Los Altos, California, a freshman, to come play in Central New York. Go figure.
Yeah, very long way from home. And now in for the Bombers. Oh, Ali Tunick gets a steal on a cross-court pass, and it's in. 10-2 Bombers.
And that is why the Ithaca Bombers lead the Empire 8 in turnover differential.
10-2 Bombers, Utica ball. And that goes in, so it's 10-4. That was Calypso Cardi getting her first points in her first possession.
Ithaca staying heads up on defense as to not foul. You saw Ali Tunick right there, who's much smaller than the girl driving. And she avoided the foul, ended up getting the shot, but she put enough pressure on her where most people may not have made that shot.
And now a double dribble was called on Ithaca, so it is Utica ball. Ashley Mayo got in the offense. Guarded by Ali Tunick. Mayo up top to Bab. Gets the pick from Calypso Cardi. Tries to get it to Cardi on the pick and roll, but it's overthrown. Shayna Gaskins on the inbound for Ithaca. Now Annie Giannone guarding. Pass over to Ali Tunick. Now back to Giannone. Now she's double teamed by the Ash twins. Over to Ali Tunick, who gets it inside. Pass around to Ali Spaschek. Makes the shot. That is Sarah Jackson actually making her first shot of the game.
The Utica Pioneers taking one out of Ithaca's book here and double teaming the woman with the ball and playing full court press that last drive, but it didn't pay off. Megan Mazzella with a heads-up pass to make that shot happen.
Now Ashley Mayo at the top of the key, takes a jumper, got it. 12-6 Bombers, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. A nice outlet pass to Sarah Jackson, and they kick it out over to Megan Mazzella. Mazzella finds Jackson, now to Ali Tunick. Tunick to Gaskins. Back to Tunick, in the corner, off the rim and out, and it's picked up by Ashley Mayo, who has Ashton Babb ahead. It's a 2-on-1. She's going to take it herself, lay it up and in. 12-8 Bombers.
You know, there's a fine line between laying off of fouls and laying off of defense entirely. That time, Ali Tunick, it almost looked like she didn't even put her hands up when trying to defend Mayo at the net.
Tough situation there for Tunick. A 2-on-1 with Utica's best players. And Shayna Gaskins fouled under the basket. She's on the charity stripe for 2. 70% at the line for the season. Gaskins makes the first without a problem. 13-8 Bombers, 2:25 left in the first quarter. Second one goes in as well. 14-8 Bombers. We're already seeing the depth of the Bombers that you mentioned before the game. Sarah Jackson in the game, Shayna Gaskins in the game, Annie Giannone in the game. They almost did a whole lineup swap. Shayna Gaskins blocks the shot, but gets called for a foul on Calypso Cardi.
Yeah, Shayna Gaskins that time got all ball with her hands, but they bumped bodies a little too hard for the referee.
Now Calypso Cardi at the line, shooting 76% from the stripe this season. First one is in, 14-9 Bombers. And Cardi, the senior guard, makes her second free throw, 14-10.
Timeout, Ithaca.
Timeout called by Ithaca.
The Bombers are going to see how to play this last 2 minutes and 17 seconds. I have a feeling there will be plenty more switches. You'll see the depth flash be showcased here, as it always is. The Ithaca Bombers have one player who's averaging over 22 minutes per game. Utica, 5 players averaging over 22 minutes per game. Those are called the starters.
Yes. That's a great stat there. And we will go down to our sideline man, Jackson Roberts.
Here with athletic director Susan Bassett. Susan, you know, we're watching Dan and the way he coaches this team. He's now the winningest coach in Ithaca Bombers basketball history. What is it about him that, you know, lets this team, or really that helps this team win?
Obviously, passion and commitment. He loves the game. He loves what we do here at Ithaca College. He's IC through and through, and I think his leadership over a long period of time and continued commitment to the program. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to get it out of the women who play for him. So I just love working with him, and I love how well we're doing this season.
Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jackson, for the interview. And a foul is called. It is 16-10 Bombers, by the way. Now, in that timeout, I believe Raymond called that timeout. Utica was going on a bit of a run. It was 8-0 Bombers, rather. And then all of a sudden it was 12-8. First foul shot misses for Elena Tripp. Tripp misses the second. Not the best free throw shooter, 39% on the season.
Yeah, Elena Tripp's free throw shot is almost like a gyro bar, excuse me, an ephus pitch in baseball.
Ephus pitch.
It goes straight up and straight down. Quite an arc on that thing.
And quick points for Ithaca. It's now 18-10 with 90 seconds left to go in the first quarter, rather. And another turnover forced by the full court press, laid up and in by Megan Mazzella, but she's called for a travel.
That's Megan Mazzella's second penalty of the game already. She was called for a double dribble earlier. She looks visibly frustrated, but she's taking that out on defense as she got in the face of Coraline Maxwell to force that turnover prior.
Luckily, travels do not count against your personal foul count. And a missed shot by Rachel Hunter is picked up by Elena Tripp. She makes the shot. 18-12 Pioneers. And now in the corner is Megan Mazzella. She airballs a three. Utica ball.
Ali Raschuti and Ashlyn Babb, the threes, fighting for possession on that one. Ultimately, the referee, Ali Tunick knocked it out.
And now Ashley Mayo, guiding the offense. Pass it over to Ashlyn Babb. Finds Rachel Hunter down low. Hunter spins and hits the side of the backboard. Gets her own rebound and puts it in over Shayna Gaskins. 18-14 Bombers.
Utica realizing they can expose Ithaca in the paint here. Obviously, you mentioned the height difference. Hopefully, Ithaca doesn't let that go too far.
As you were talking, big block by Elena Tripp on Shayna Gaskins.
Entering the game for the Bombers, number 15, Megan Piquel.
Now Megan Piquel making her first appearance in the game, replacing Megan Mazzella, who was struggling.
In the game for Utica, number 21, Calypso.
Yeah, Mazzella playing good defense on that stint. A few penalties, as we mentioned.
Ali Tunick with the inbound over to Annie Giannone. Giannone finds Shannon Gaskins inside. Gaskins makes the layup over Ashley Mayo. 2014.
Textbook pick and roll, just how they wrote it up, Dan.
Yep. With 20 seconds to go, now Ashley Mayo guides the Pioneers up the court. Elena Magnitobone, rather. Now pass it out to Ashley Mayo.
Ashley Mayo had a wide open look from three. It almost looked like she hit her finger odd. She really didn't want to take that shot.
But she makes the mid-range jumper anyway over Shayna Gaskins. 2-1. And the half-court shot from Annie Giannone. Off the rim.
No firehouse for you, Annie Giannone.
It is 2016 after 1. We will go to a break. We'll be right back for the second quarter of play here at Bent Light Gymnasium. We are back here at Bent Light Gymnasium. Dan Doherty alongside TJ Horgan. 2016 Bombers. And it's a close game, but you can tell that the Bombers are kind of outplaying the Pioneers so far.
Yeah, kind of is the key word right there, Danny. You'd expect it to be a little higher of a score differential based on Ithaca's high-powered offense that they've been going to as of recent.
but certainly no bad looks for the Bombers yet.
And now Ali Rashidi back in the game. She passed it over to Maggie Piquel. Back to Rashidi up top. Rashidi finds Aaron Whoop in the corner. Whoop over to Cassidy O'Malley, who's making her first appearance in the game. And it was stolen by Ashley Mayo off the foot of O'Malley. Utica ball after the out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, just 1 quarter in that Ithaca, just 1 quarter break, that Utica defense looked revamped. They had that inside-out strategy completely covered. Maybe they heard us.
And Ashley Mayo up top now, got in the offense again. She looks for Calypso Cardi at the key. Tries to pass it inside to Maggie DeBone. She can't handle the pass, out of bounds. Ithaca Bombers ball, 2016, with just over 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Yeah, Utica can play solid defense, but it's very tough to out-defense the Ithaca Bombers. You get a turnover, the Ithaca Bombers will come right back with one.
And as you said, that almost a turnover there. Off the hands of Calypso Cardi was a pass, but it goes out of bounds. Ithaca ball. Now Aaron Whoop will inbound.
Aaron Whoop, as we mentioned, a driving force in the assists so far. She leads the team, makes plenty of things happen on the court. I mean, just right there, she passed it to Ali Rashidi, and she had someone shading her. She had to pass it over the head of number 4, Ashley Mayo.
And Aaron Whoop, her all-time stats against Utica, 2 points, 12 assists. So you're definitely right about that. Aaron Whoop in the corner for an open 3. Got it.
That's that Ithaca team dynamic, the passing right there. Ali Rashidi had a moderately open three-pointer. She saw Aaron Whoop right next to her with a very open three-point shot, and she passed it to Aaron Whoop, and she did her job.
And it's a good thing we're not on TV because we might do our best Chris Berman impression on the instant replay. Aaron Whoop. That's the joke. Ashlyn Babb on the inbound. Tries to find Ashley Mayo. She cannot handle the ball, but she dives and gets the pass. Hands it off to Calypso Cardi, and it's going to be a jump ball after she fights off Megan Piquel for the ball.
Yeah, you're going to see plenty of jump balls when Utica is on offense. Ithaca is relentless on defense. They figure they'd rather force a jump ball than let them pass and have opportunities for a score.
Ashley Mayo up top. Tries to pass down to Ashlyn Babb, but it's stolen by Ali Rashidi. Rashidi actually tripped up Calypso Cardi there. Finds Maggie Piquel down low on a cut. Misses the shot, gets her own rebound. Pass up top to Ali Rashidi. Rashidi now finds Aaron Whoop at the foul line extended. She drives on Ashlyn Babb. That should have been a travel, but they didn't call it. Missed the shot, picked up by Ashley Mayo.
Yeah, Megan Piquel had an open shot, but she was driving under the net as that happened. It would have been a very athletic play for her to make.
And now Ashley Mayo had a contested layup, and it went out of bounds. Utica ball still. 23-16 Bombers, just under 8 minutes remaining in the second quarter. A couple subs coming in for Utica. Bombers as well, subbing in a few players. Aaron Ferguson back in the game. The inbound goes to Ashley Mayo, who challenges Aaron Ferguson down low. Ferguson gets the block, tries to get the rebound, but Elena Tripp picks it up off the deflection by Ferguson, and now Aaron Whoop comes up with the rebound on the second attempt by Utica.
Impressive defense there by Erin Ferguson. Put her hands up, kept her body still. Didn't draw a foul, but got right in the face of Ashlyn Babb.
Great ball movement over to Ali Rashidi up top. She drives down low, gets the lay-in. 25-16 Bombers.
Impressive move by Ali Rashidi, faking the pass out to number 34, Cassidy O'Malley, and ending up just going in and putting it in herself.
And again, we're seeing Utica having trouble getting past half court. And there's a steal from Ali Rashidi as Ashley Mayo stopped. Ali Rashidi passed it outside.
Ithaca's defense right now is a very tight man press, but the defender who's covering the Utica Pioneer furthest down the court swings up and double covers the girl on the ball. And right there, that was Ali Rashidi, and she got a turnover because of it.
It's quite a layered defense for Dan Raymond and the Bombers. And the pass down low to Erin Ferguson. She lays it in. 27-16. They are on a 7-point run. And now Ashley Mayo, 27-16 deficit. 6:30 remaining in the second quarter. Nicolette Conkin, pass it inside to Rachel Hunter. Hunter over to Elena Tripp. Finds a wide open Ashley Mayo in the corner. Misses the shot, overshot it, and rebounded by Megan Piquel.
Ashley Mayo, a leader on that Utica offense, knows the worst thing they can do when they're getting down like this is try to go too fast, so she is keeping the tempo slow and steady.
And now Ashlyn Babb ahead of the whole defense. She gets fouled hard by Erin Whoop. She'll go to the line for 2.
Showcases sportsmanship. Erin Whoop fouls her, brings her right back up. Probably the more strategic move right there. Ashlyn Babb is going to make those open layups. If you got to choose between a block, a foul, or let her make the layup, you take the prior.
And now Ashlyn Babb from the line. Misses the first. She is shooting 62% from the line on the season. She actually came into this game with 600 total points in her career. And she makes the second. 27-17 Bombers.
Bombers still making substitutes as we anticipated, as they do every game.
Seems like every stoppage is a new player coming in. Erin Whoop and Allie Raschuti guiding the offense up the court. Raschuti finds Jordan Beers across court to Erin Whoop. Back to Allie Raschuti up top. Now Raschuti to Cassidy O'Malley. Back to Raschuti. Over to Jordan Beers. Beers fakes the shot, drives down low, misses her shot, and it is a loose ball foul called on Utica.
Yeah, Utica realizing that one of their keys to victory right now is to be aggressive in the paint. And that's what they've been doing, but obviously that'll result in a few more fouls as they saw.
One team foul for Utica this quarter. It is 5 team fouls, and that'll send your opponent to the line. Aaron Ferguson makes the shot. 29-17 Bombers. They're on a 9-1 run. Maggot DeBone out to Nicolette Conkin. Misses a 3. Picked up by Jordan Beers. Beers drives down the court with steam and misses the shot, but she is fouled. She will go to the line for 2.
Jordan Beers, a dangerous player when you get the ball to her. She'll drive in, as we just saw, past 2 Utica defenders and only miss if she gets fouled, or she'll come out and hit the 3 as we saw last game.
And after this foul shot, Allie Spacek will make her debut for this game. Jordan Beers passed 600 career points last game with her 23-point performance. She came into this one with 612 career points. Beers misses the second, picked up by Ashley Mayo. 30-17 Bombers with 5 to go in the second quarter. Mayo guarded by Whoop. Finds Corlin Maxwell making her first appearance in the game. Maxwell outside, and it gets over to Ashlyn Babb. Babb ignores the pick set by Elena Tripp, and wow, hard defense by Allie Spacek. Ball rolls out of bounds. It will be Utica ball. She set a pick on Ashlyn Babb. Interesting stuff from Spacek.
Yeah, interesting strategy.
Yeah. Babb with the inbound to Rachel Hunter. Back to Babb. Guarded by Jordan Beers. The pick set by Hunter, and Babb misses a 3, but it's picked up by Corlin Maxwell, who runs out of bounds, unfortunately. Bombers ball, just under 5 minutes remaining, 30-17.
Erin Ferguson once again leaving her post to go play defense, help out where it's needed, and props to her for doing that. She got in the face of the 3-point shooter, ended up back at the ball.
Erin Whoop over to Jordan Beers. Jordan Beers finds Erin Ferguson inside, who passed it out to Allie Spacek. Spacek up top to Erin Whoop. Whoop to her side to Erin Ferguson. Now she passes inside to Cassidy O'Malley, the other 6-footer on this team. Allie Spacek drives, hooks a layup, but it misses. Erin Ferguson's there for the rebound and the points. Erin Ferguson, what can he do if you're Utica?
I mean, if you're Utica, you just got to stay aggressive in the paint. But right now, Erin Ferguson's being more so.
Another double team.
Yeah, once again, we see that double team, Danny, and we see the Ithaca Bombers being totally ready to make it a jump ball, because as we know, when a jump ball gets called, it's just a rotating handoff. Yep. They don't want the opposing offense to have any opportunities.
And the possession arrow was pointing to Ithaca on that jump ball, so now Annie Giannone will lead the Bombers offense with a 15-point lead. Allie Spacek. And the ball rotates over back to Giannone. Across court to Jordan Beers. She drives inside, a fading shot, and it rolls in. Nice job from Jordan Beers. Ashlyn Babb inbounds it to Corlin Maxwell. 34-17 Bombers. They are doubling up on the Pioneers right now. Ashlyn Babb driving outside. She is double teamed, and a foul is called. That will be on Julie Iacovoni, the best defenseman on this team.
That's a pretty tough title to claim, too, Danny.
Most blocks, most steals.
Yep.
She's got it. And a missed shot gets rebounded by Annie Giannone. Not a jump ball. She was fouled.
Ashlyn Babb showing a different offensive style than Ashley Mayo. Both the most effective players on the Utica team. Whereas Mayo likes to slow the tempo down, check her reads. Ashlyn Babb just wants to go for it and drive right in.
And Ali Spacek missed the three, and Ashley Mayo missed the jumper. So now it's back to Ithaca ball. Annie Giannone leading the offense. Jordan Beers now outside to Erin Ferguson. Ferguson with the jumper, rims out. Picked up by Ashley Mayo. She seems like she's getting all the rebounds for Utica this game.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ithaca didn't come in there. Offensive rebounds have been their staple so far, but when they're milking this almost 20-point lead, you don't want to risk having a woman inside in the paint and, foregoing a defender on the back end.
Ashlyn Babb doing her thing on Erin Ferguson. Pass it inside to Elena Tripp, who mishandles the pass. Bombers ball after the ball rolls out of bounds.
Ithaca just not even letting Utica breathe right now. Anytime there's a pass, there's at least two women rushing to that ball.
Down court to Jordan Beers. Beers double team. She cuts right through it. Finds Sarah Jackson next to her, who makes the lay-in. 36-17 Bombers.
So first we praise Beers for her ability to shoot threes. Then we praise her ability to drive. And just like that, she gets an assist.
And now another too aggressive play for the Bombers there. Foul by Annie Giannone in the backcourt. Utica ball. That is their fourth team foul. One more, and the Utica Pioneers will go to the charity stripe. Ashley Mayo calling plays, guarded by Ali Spacek. Over 2 minutes left to go in this half. Spacek falls down due to Mayo's dribbling skills. The lob pass inside gets stolen by Julie Iacovoni. What did I say? Best defenseman on the team. And now Jordan Beers misses a three. And it is rebounded by Maggie Zabone.
If you notice, this is a hallmark of some of Erin Roop's passes. They'll be really long passes over the heads of Utica defenders. Right there, we just saw Julie Iacovoni steal one of those passes intended for the Utica Pioneer.
And now Ashley Mayo drove down the court looking for a layup, but she actually lobbed it over the backboard. Some good defense inside for the Bombers. Allie Tunick back in the game for the Bombers, and now it's Annie Giannone with the point guard position. Sarah Jackson gets it over to Tunick, who dishes it out to Annie Giannone. Inside to Ali Spacek at the elbow. She tries to find a cutting Sarah Jackson, but it's batted away and picked up by Ashley Mayo. Drives all alone, fast break, lay-in, good. 36-19 Bombers. Now Annie Giannone looking to answer. Giannone, miscommunication there, not even close to Ali Tunick. Utica ball, just over a minute remaining in the first half. Ashley Mayo guiding the Pioneers offense again. Passes half court. Gets a pick from Maggie Zabone. And that's going to be a travel. Great defense by Ali Spacek and Julie Iacovoni there.
Yeah, those two words are something we've said quite a lot today, and we'll keep saying.
Yep.
Assuming, those being great defense.
Yes. Being bound by Maxwell. Oh, a three ball by Marissa Woods, who makes her first appearance right there. First shot is a three.
Yeah, Marissa Woods exposed a little hole in that defense, had a wide open three.
36-22 Bombers with 45 seconds remaining. And a nice open three for Annie Giannone.
Yeah, Utica wasn't quite ready for her to shoot that. Ithaca really likes to pass the ball, milk the clock as much as they can. They were not ready for that shot, and Annie Giannone took advantage of it.
A little bit of what you can do, I can do better by Annie Giannone answering the three with a three of her own.
Look at that, her name's Annie.
Yes. Now Utica, 13 seconds remaining, and a foul by Ali Spaschek down low. She's not really happy with the call, but there was contact there. And as we mentioned before, that is their 5th foul. Utica will go to the line. Corlin Maxwell at the line, shooting 63% on the season. Makes the first. It is 39-23 Bombers. She makes the second, so now it's 39-24. Cortland Maxwell had a great game against Stevens this year. 6 points and 6 steals added on to that.
Yeah, the Bombers' defense so aggressive that when there's a loose ball, there's always a Bomber running towards that loose ball. So if you turn around, you might get a hand to the face, and that's unfortunately what Ali Spaschek was called for.
And with time winding down, they get the ball down to Corlin Maxwell, who missed the buzzer beater. And we will go into the half at 39-24. You're really liking the defense today, TJ.
Yeah, to say the least. I think the Ithaca Bomber defense is mastering that full-court press. And, you know, Dan Raymond is building his depth, and his depth is really making Dan Raymond.
And with that, with the 15-point lead, we will toss it to our halftime guys, Justin Rousier and Mateus Weilman. Stay tuned. You are listening to WICB and the Bomber Radio Network. Score right now, 39-24. Ithaca Bombers lead the Utica Pioneers. I'm Dan Doherty alongside TJ Horgan. Thank you to Justin Rosier and Mateus Weilman for that halftime breakdown. Some notable stats so far in this game. 10 points for Ashley Mayo alongside 5 rebounds. Top performer, but she also has 5 turnovers.
She does, and, you know, that's what you're going to get when you face the Ithaca Bombers. Get as many points as you'd like, you're going to have some turnovers. That tight, aggressive, full-court press defense from Ithaca will destroy your offense.
And it's fun to be right. So far, Erin Ferguson leads the team in points. Yeah. 8 points, 4 rebounds so far. Really doing damage down low for the Bombers.
You know, Danny, you don't know how right you were. With this Ithaca team, as we mentioned, not a single player averaging over 22 minutes per game. Only 2 players averaging under 9 minutes per game. There's really never an MVP, per se. Everyone does their job. Leave it to the New England Patriots strategy. However, today, Erin Ferguson is being as close to an MVP as we've seen. Leads the team in points, leads the team in rebounds, and just watching this game, she is a force to be reckoned with in the paint.
Yes, and she is on the brink of her 11th double-digit game this season. She will start on the bench, though, so we'll see if she can get that later.
Maybe she needs a little more rest, but when she is not in the game, we see so many more fouls. She has like an art of playing defense in the post without any fouls.
Mm-hmm. Actually, she's on the court. There's a pick from her. Jordan Beers now down low to Erin Ferguson. Ferguson lays it in. There it is. 10 points for Erin Ferguson so far this game.
Ferguson changed her jersey at halftime.
Yes.
Interesting move. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll
yes.
see how it pays off. Wearing number 22 now.
Used to be number 31, now she's 22. That messed me up. Corlin Maxwell gets the pick from Rachel Hunter. She drives inside. Wow, stuffed by Julie Iacovoni. Picked up by Erin Whoop. In the corner for Jordan Beers for 3. Got it.
And you know what Ashley Mayo's saying right there to Jordan Iacovoni is that she just got, or Julie Iacovoni just Julie Iacca owned me.
Wow. That took some time to develop.
That's it. Headset off. I'm out.
And on that note, the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Ithaca ball. Rather, Utica will go to the line. Rachel Hunter at the line. Julie Iacovoni called for a foul there. 20-point lead. 5 quick points for Ithaca to start this second half. Rachel Hunter makes the first, so it's a 5-1 run to start the second half. Rachel Hunter last year, 10 points and 6 rebounds against Ithaca.
Taking a look at the height from both teams. Both teams' tallest player is a freshman.
Wow. Erin Ferguson winds it around to Jordan Beers for 3. Tried that corner shot again. This time it's airballed. Picked up by Ashlyn Babb. Babb drives down. Challenges Raschuti. Bumps her down. No foul called. And misses the shot anyway. Picked up by Erin Whoop.
Ashlyn Babb flashing for her speedy style right there. But Ali Raschuti playing some tough defense, not allowing anything.
Raschuti drives inside on Rachel Hunter, misses, and Rachel Hunter will pick up the rebound. Babb over to Elena Tripp, who cannot handle the pass. It's a bounce pass at her knees.
Yeah, Babb visibly frustrated right there. A 3-on-1 Utica had with only Erin Whoop defending, and they couldn't turn it into anything. Those are the kind of plays that are going to leave your team to be down by 19 points.
Absolutely. Now Ali Raschuti down low to the one with the changed jersey, Erin Ferguson. Julie Iacovoni now out to Ferguson again in the corner, rims out, and it is rebounded by Jordan Beers after a tip from Julie Iacovoni, who gets the bucket. Julie Iacovoni inside, 46-25.
Do it all, Jordan Beers. Jordan Beers just an acrobatic pass. I don't even know how she saw Julie Iacovoni.
Great stuff. And as we say that, Ashley Mayo missed the shot, and it is rebounded by Erin Ferguson. She passes out to Jordan Beers, who drives down, past everybody, and lays it in. Easy play for Jordan Beers.
You know, I'm going to take some credit here if Jordan Beers ends up being the MVP of the second half, as it's looking right now. Both our players of the game absolutely shining tonight, Dan.
She had 6 points in the first. Looks like she already matched it in the second half. And now Corlin Maxwell outside for the Utica Pioneers. Winds around the three-point arc. Ashlyn Babb now in the corner for Corlin Maxwell. Maxwell across court to Rachel Hunter for a rare three-point shot from her off the back rim and out. And it is boarded by Corlin Maxwell. Spins around. Finds Rachel Hunter at the top of the key. Over to Ashley Mayo in the corner, who airballs a shot. And it is rebounded by Julie Iacovoni. And now Erin Whoop out to Jordan Beers. Beers to Iacovoni, inside to Ferguson. Ferguson juking on Hunter, gets her own rebound.
Yeah, Ferguson, tough play in the paint right there. She was 1 of 4 in the paint, and there were 3 orange jerseys. She ended up getting the rebound.
Great stuff there, and Erin Whoop almost had an acrobatic pass to Erin Ferguson, but Ferguson did end up missing the shot. No assist there for Whoop. And now Ashley Mayo sets up down 23. Elena Tripp inside, gets the shot over Erin Ferguson.
Athletic play there by Elena Tripp to put that one up and over Ferguson. Ferguson playing some very tight Ithaca Bomber defense.
I wonder if anyone's going to tell Erin Ferguson about that jersey thing, if she noticed or not.
I think she picked up the wrong one.
Really interesting. And speaking of the devil, Erin Ferguson makes another lay-in, 50-27 Bombers. Inbound to Ashley Mayo. Mayo drives past Ali Raschuti. Now she's double-teamed, gets through the double-team. In the corner for Tripp. Got it. 29-50 now. Only a 21-point deficit. And now a long pass down court to Iacovoni. Kicks it out to Jordan Beers in the corner. Ferguson now to Whoop.
Iacovoni with a nice pass to Beers out, who had a three-pointer, and she'll take another one.
Yep, Ferguson dished it out in the corner for Jordan Beers, but missed the shot. The ball is tipped out of bounds by Ashley Mayo on the missed shot. Ithaca ball. A couple of subs coming in for each team. Ali Raschuti down low with the inbound. Raschuti looking for options. And they're going to call a 5-second violation, and Dan Raymond is not happy. You can hear him you can hear him audibly saying, "What are you doing?"
Danny, we talk about Ithaca's turnover rate, obviously 8.8, 7th in the country, number 1 in the E8. Number 2 in the E8, though, is Utica. They're at 2.5, and Ashlyn Babb actually leads the Empire 8 in steals per game. So I was really anticipating a lot more intense defense from Utica, more turnovers from Ithaca, but so far, the close, precise passes we've seen from the Bombers have all been executed to perfection.
Yes. Great ball movement from the Bombers so far. And it's nice to see Dan Raymond with some intensity, even with the 21-point lead. He was not happy with that foul call on Julie Iacovoni. The first foul shot is made by Maggie Tabone. Tabone shooting 75% from the charity stripe this season. And the second shot rolls along the rim. It's out, but Iacovoni hits it out of bounds. Pioneers ball. Corlin Maxwell inbounding underneath the basket. Maxwell looking for options, finds Babb in the corner. Ashlyn Babb drives around. Allie Tunick, layup, out, and picked up by Shayna Gaskins, who dishes it out to Aaron Whoop. Whoop in the corner for Tunick. Tunick drops it off to Gaskins. Gaskins across to Ali Rashidi. Go ahead.
Utica tried to go on a pick and roll that last offensive drive, but Ithaca transitioned between their defensive assignments seamlessly, did not allow Ashlyn Babb to get a shot off.
Seems like everything is seamless for Ithaca this game. And Ali Rashidi misses the shot and tips her own rebound out of bounds, so that would be Utica ball. 50-30. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Big pass inside to Maggie DeBone, and she dishes it back out at the top of the arc to Ashlyn Babb. Drives in on Whoop. Whoop falls down, and the shot is missed by Ashlyn Babb, not having her best game.
Maggie DeBone with an open look under the net. Great play by Shayna Gaskins to run in and block her route to the hoop, as opposed to blocking her and risking a foul.
Marissa Woods on the court now, and it looked like Maggie DeBone, her momentum carried her past the basket, so she could not put up a shot. And then Gaskins, as you said, came in. There's a two-pointer from the Utica Pioneers, 32-50. And a steal from Calypso Cardi, down low to Marissa Woods, who lays it up, out, but it's picked up by Corlin Maxwell, gets a rebound, and in the same motion, puts it in, 50-34, Bombers.
That is exactly what Ithaca has to avoid, and exactly what I was worried about Utica executing a little too much, as you see the ball sliding out of bounds, and DJ Chris Washburn protecting his equipment from some damage right there. He's got to bring that back to Mooney.
Yes. A bit of a frustrating time for Daniel Raymond. Ithaca's getting a bit sloppy. Utica is on a 6-point run, 50-34 now. And on that play, there was a missed pass. Allie Tunick completely missing her target, and it went out of bounds. Now it's Utica ball. Corlin Maxwell guiding the offense. Maggie DeBone now to Ashlyn Babb. Babb gets past Tunick. Tunick gets roughed up inside, and a foul will be called. Ithaca ball, actually. Wonder what the call was. Shayna Gaskins inbound to Annie Giannoni. Giannoni stops her dribble, passes down court to Allie Tunick, and you can see Ashlyn Babb avoiding the foul there, picking up her hands, making sure she doesn't get another one. Outside to Annie Giannone.
Athletic play by the freshman Cassidy O'Malley in the face of a couple Utica defenders. Grabbed the ball from going out of bounds, and right there she nets it.
And you could say another athletic play for Cassidy O'Malley there with the turnaround J. 52-34 Bombers. Ashlyn Babb loses her dribble. Ithaca ball. Very frustrating day for her.
Yeah, at this point in the game, the Utica Pioneers cannot be letting up mistakes like that. Under 20 deficit, so it's not like the nail is completely in the coffin yet, but if you keep giving up easy turnovers like that, it will be.
And now Annie Giannone takes an open three from the corner. Misses. Picked up by Cassidy O'Malley. She is on fire, but misses that shot. Almost got in. And a tough fight for the rebound, and they're going to call travel on Maggie DeBone. There was a loose ball. I'm not sure what happened there.
We mentioned the height of freshman Cassidy O'Malley for the Ithaca Bombers. Right there was a fight for the ball, and it went up, and Cassidy O'Malley just reached up and grabbed it. A pure height advantage right there. Really paid off.
Yep, Cassidy O'Malley and Erin Ferguson, both 6-footers on this Bombers team. Utica does not have anyone with consistent playing time over 5'10". And now here's Megan Piquel. Piquel inside to Cassidy O'Malley. O'Malley with the hook shot, misses everything. Out of bounds, Utica ball.
Tight.
Over 2 minutes ago in this third period.
Tight defense from Utica on Cassidy O'Malley there. She wanted a foul, didn't get it.
Now Corlin Maxwell got in the offense, double teamed by Piquel and Giannone, but she does get the pass, although it's deflected, to Ashlyn Babb. Babb got in the offense from the corner. Over to Maxwell. Now to Cardo. And Calypso Cardi makes the lay-in and gets a foul called. So she'll go up for the bonus. 52-36, Calypso Cardi at the line to make it a 15-point game.
Cassidy O'Malley notching some minutes in this second half already. Didn't have a ton in the first half. Cassidy O'Malley, a freshman. Last year she achieved the all-time points record at her high school in Summit, New Jersey. She's the all-time points leader there.
Wow. And a backcourt violation called on Annie Giannone. She stopped at the wrong spot and then pivoted. Backcourt violation, Utica ball. Just making Dan Raymond sweat on that sideline. Ashley Mayo, now back in the game, got in the offense. Over, that's Marissa Woods. Gets called for a travel, now it is Ithaca ball.
And that Ithaca defense is so tight that the second you get an inch of space, you're going to want to take it. And right there, Marissa Woods did, but she decided not to dribble when she did it.
Shayna Gaskins inbounds to Annie Giannone. Giannone finds Megan Piquel. Piquel over to the corner for Allie Tunick, who makes the three ball, 55-37 Bombers.
Deep three there, almost out of bounds. Ithaca offense, very fast-paced on that one. Found their open women and got the 3 points.
A hard pass from Ashley Mayo hits the hands of Marissa Woods and goes out of bounds. Ithaca ball. And now it looks like Ithaca has seized momentum back. 18-point lead for the Bombers with a minute to go in the third quarter. Shayna Gaskins up top. Across court to Annie Giannone. Giannone directing the offense. Now to Megan Piquel. Piquel to Allie Tunick. Tunick with a crossover. Another one. Inside to Cassidy O'Malley. Turns, fires, overthrown, and is rebounded by Marissa Woods. Marissa Woods, a freshman from New Jersey. She scored her season high last game, 8 points. Now Ashley Mayo. Across court to Corlin Maxwell. Maxwell inside to Mayo, who's uncovered. Gets the easy lay-in. 17 seconds left, 55-39 Bombers.
Bombers starting to realize that they can guard in the paint a little heavier. Utica has not shot many threes.
Allie Tunick with 5 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, straight away 3, misses. Can they get an offensive rebound? Tipped up by Gaskins, and no shot will go. And that is 55-39 at the end of 3. So it is now a 16-point lead for the Bombers. Another great quarter for the Ithaca Bombers.
Yeah, it seems like we've had 3 of those completely so far. The Ithaca Bombers defense is playing fast-paced as always. And originally, I was nervous about the offense going fast-paced because talking to some of the players, it's Dan Raymond really enjoys the fast-paced offense, even when they're winning. He wants to keep pushing the ball in transition, and I was worried that, players like Ashlyn Babb would recognize that, start to steal the ball, turnover differential wouldn't be there. That has not happened. The Ithaca Bombers have executed that pushing in transition, and Utica can't do a thing about it.
And you are listening to Ithaca Bombers women's basketball here on 92 WICB Ithaca. And there was a little period there where Utica was going on a run. Dan Raymond was really frustrated. What was going wrong there for Ithaca?
Right there, it seemed like Utica finally clicked and exposed the weaknesses I was talking about with Ithaca. The lack of presence in the paint, the fast-paced offense. Utica exposed that, but unfortunately for them, only for about 5 minutes.
And we will go down to our man on the sideline, Jackson Roberts. Jackson, what do you got for us?
Guys, Dan Raymond telling his team in the huddle that they got to move the ball more offensively and have to rebound better on the defensive side. But most importantly, he says we have to play together. Guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jackson. And, yeah, you can see Dan Raymond still giving full effort, even with a comfortable lead. Gets really frustrated on that sideline.
Yeah, look at that. He still wants his team to move the ball more, even when their weaknesses sort of came when Utica decided they'd up the turnovers.
And coming off a 98-54 win over Elmira, he wants more.
Yep.
He wants a bigger win after that game, it seems.
Running up the score is not in Dan Raymond's book.
Yes. And now Megan Piquel makes an easy lay-in, 57-39 Bombers. Ashley Mayo now directing the offense.
Megan Piquel from the hometown of none other than Asher Roth, Westchester, Pennsylvania. And with that layup, it seems like she's loving college.
Wow, going way back for that reference. And a foul is called. Let's get things sorted out. Erin Ferguson gets called for a foul. And that will be Elena Tripp at the line. 57-39.
One would say a trip to the foul line.
Man, you're nonstop with these.
They didn't tell you that when we matched on eHarmony. I was really into puns.
I love it, I love it. And the foul shot is missed by Elena Tripp. And I do like that the public address announcer is addressing the change in number for Erin Ferguson, called her number 22.
Maybe that's the first she's hearing of it.
Yeah, that would be some surprise. And now she missed the second. Actually, a rim violation was called. 57-39 Bombers with 9 minutes to go in the final quarter.
First, we're seeing Sarah Jackson in the game for the Bombers today, I believe.
I believe she did get some playing time earlier. I think everyone's got some playing time in this game, especially with a big lead. And Megan Mazzella tries to throw it across court to Megan Piquel, but it is stolen by Ashley Mayo, who misses her fast break lay-in, picked up by Mazzella.
Mazzella's pass intercepted right there, and standing at only 5'7", if that, Megan Mazzella ripped down a rebound. No one was taking that from her. Some hard effort from number 21.
Now Erin Ferguson up top, goes down low to Piquel. Piquel outside to Mazzella. Mazzella with a mid-range jumper missed everything, air ball, but picked up by Annie Giannone. A little drop off to Mazzella, but she misses again, front rim, picked up by Ashley Mayo. Mayo now calling the shots for Utica Pioneers. Inside to Rachel Hunter, and it's blocked again by Erin Ferguson. Great defense from her today. Now, Giannone drives down the court, tries to find Mazzella inside, and she is fouled. 57-39 Bombers, just under 8 minutes to go in the final quarter. And Mazzella will go to the line for two. Her team in high school won the Pennsylvania State Championship. Episcopal Academy, if you were wondering. And it rims out on her first foul shot. Oh, no, that's not her. Sorry, 67% from the free throw line. She will miss the second. Gravity was not on her side there. It laid on the rim for a second, and don't worry, Sarah Jackson's there to put it away. Gets those 2 points back. Ashley Mayo now driving up the court. Goes down low to Elena Tripp. Elena Tripp with a jumper. Got it. Gets those 2 points right back. 59-41 Bombers. 7.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. This quarter thing in women's basketball, newly utilized, just got into effect last season. It used to be 2 halves. Now it's 4 10-minute quarters.
Megan Piquel again.
Yep. 61-41, and the 20-point deficit is back for the Utica Pioneers. Marissa Woods over to Ashlyn Babb. Babb down low to Tripp. Tripp just challenged by Erin Ferguson. She could not get a good shot off, hit the corner of the backboard.
Don't test Erin Ferguson in the paint, that's for sure.
Annie Giannone gets a cutting Megan Piquel, who makes the lay-in.
Megan Piquel for two.
Ashlyn Babb trying to answer. Babb and Mayo, the Ash duo. Best players in Utica not having their finest games today. Marissa Woods drives outside on Sarah Jackson. Jackson back to Babb up top. Babb down low to Elena Tripp, and Erin Ferguson turns up again, deflects the pass, gets the steal, and now it is Megan Mazzella guiding the offense.
Ferguson shoves her hand in between that pass and is the first player down the court. Quite a showing tonight for Erin Ferguson.
Nice pass inside to Megan Piquel, but Piquel could not put it home. Rebounded by Marissa Woods, who will take it up court for the Pioneers. Directing traffic and finds Ashlyn Babb. Babb over to Mayo up top. Mayo tries to go around Ferguson and gets fouled on the layup. She will go to the line for 2.
You know, one would say that that was a foul on Erin Ferguson. I will spin it as she just wanted some time to tie her shoe. The past 5 minutes, she'd been playing with the shoe untied, almost coming off of her foot.
Wow. Why don't you look at that? And she's still playing deadlock defense. Loose shoe don't matter. 63-41, Bombers pending the free throws. Mayo makes the first. It is now a 21-point deficit.
Entering the game for the Bombers, number 11, Allison Spazchak, number 12, Mia Hurlin.
Mia Hurlin making her first appearance of the game. Ashley Mayo rims out the second free throw. And now let's see if Mia Hurlin can get something done. And it's a pass inside to a wide open Megan Bickel, who makes an easy lay-in. Ashley Mayo. Challenged by Giannone. And Calypso Cardi tried to drive inside, cannot get the lay-in to go. Rebounded by Ali Spazchak. Spazchak down inside to Sarah Jackson. Jackson kicks it out to Ali Spazchak. Spazchak over to Giannone. Giannone to Jackson. Or Piquel inside to Mia Hurlin. Hurlin misses her first shot of the game. Ashley Mayo now brings it up for the Pioneers. Tries to go behind her back, hits her the back of her foot, picks up her dribble, gets it out to Maggie DeBone, who hands it back off to Mayo.
Dan Raymond really conditioning his team. That Bombers press defense does not lay off.
And a blocking foul called on Annie Giannone. Mayo will go to the line. Who's in shooting motion. Rather, they called it on Ali Raschuti. She's not on the court, though. They must have... There we go. Correction. Annie Giannone gets credited for the foul. And the inbound from Sarah Jackson after the made free throw. Spazchak up court to Mia Hurlin. Hurlin across to Annie Giannone. Sarah Jackson misses her shot. Rebounded by Maggie DeBone. And now it's Babb and Corlin Maxwell, 2-on-1. The pass is hard, and Carolyn Maxwell kind of bobbled it, but gets the lay-in to go. 65-47. 18-point deficit for the Pioneers. Piquel to Jackson, and the pass miscommunication. Mia Hurlin was cutting. Sarah Jackson did not know that. The pass goes out of bounds. UC ball.
This game really speaks to the depth, and to the energy, and to the endurance of the Ithaca Bombers. And that's because Utica is really trying to do the same thing on defense as the Bombers, that being the full court press, double teaming every minute you can. But it's only working for Utica in spurts of maybe a minute or so.
Yeah.
And that truly boils down to conditioning and endurance. And to that, you got to give credit to Dan Raymond for how he's conditioning the squad.
And it helps that everyone and their mother's getting playing time in this game for the Bombers. Get those fresh legs on the court. So it's 65-47, dominant game. The timeout was called.
And even in these last 4 minutes, Dan Raymond is, as sure as anyone can be that he's going to get a win. He's still talking to his players, telling them how to play the game, coaching them, doing exactly what a good coach should do.
Like I said, he's not going to be happy until he gets a 50-point win.
Yeah.
Top that last performance over Elmira. Ithaca Bombers on a 2-game winning streak. They were stopped by Stevens before that. Stevens and Hartwick, the only two teams in the Empire 8 to beat Ithaca this year. They are the two top teams in the conference, even though Ithaca does have the best conference record at 13-3. Corlin Maxwell inbounds it for the Pioneers to Ashlyn Babb. Babb driving. Stops at the top of the arc. Guarded by Megan Piquel. Pick is set by Calypso Cardi. Over to Ashley Mayo. Mayo drives right. Stops her dribble. Dribbles again. puts up a contested shot, and a foul is called on Annie Giannone.
Ithaca foul number 33.
Dan Raymond not happy with that foul.
They actually nailed Sarah Jackson for that. It was Giannone covering her, but Sarah Jackson came in to help and got the foul called. Ashley Mayo misses her first free throw off the back rim.
Entering the game for the Bombers, number 34, Cassidy O'Malley.
Cassidy O'Malley back in the game for the Bombers. Ashley Mayo lines up for her second free throw. That one goes. 65-48 Bombers with just under 4 minutes to go.
Number 5, Nicolette Conkin.
Nicolette Conkin back in the game all the way from California. Ashlyn Babb with a great steal.
Where's that bet all game?
And Annie Giannone gets nailed again for a foul.
Ashlyn Babb came into this game leading the Empire 8 in steals, and boy, has she really not shown up for that Ithaca defense today. I mean, you can't put it all on her. Obviously, the whole team needs to play defense, but
been a tough game all around for Babb. But she makes that free throw. 65-49, 16-point deficit for the Pioneers. And makes the second. It is now 65-50. Subs coming in for each side.
yeah, Bombers will bring some starters back in. We got Erin Whoop, Jordan Beers, Julie Iacoboni. Last 3 minutes and 51 seconds are going to be hard fought as long as Jordan Beers has the ball.
They're a long way to go from a 50-point win, but Dan Raymond puts out the starters to try to get as close as he can. Jordan Beers over to Alex Spaschek. Spaschek inside to Iacoboni, who tips it over to Jordan Beers. Nice play by Iacoboni. A hard pass inside off of Erin Whoop's hand, turnover.
Yeah, you see Iacoboni smiling and laughing a little bit after that quote-unquote pass. Not sure it was exactly how it was drawn up, but it worked.
It's pretty neat, yeah. Ashley Mayo drives inside over the double team, but misses left, picked up by Erin Whoop. Erin Whoop to Jordan Beers across court to Alex Spaschek. A deep three off the back rim, and it is rebounded by Alex Spaschek. Gets bumped hard. Jump ball is called. Ithaca ball. They have the possession arrow.
Erin Whoop leading the team in assists because of her intensity when passing the ball. When she makes a pass, it's deliberate and it's calculated, and nothing will stop that ball.
Yeah, she threw a bullet across court to Alex Spaschek there, who unfortunately missed the three. Now Erin Whoop has the ball. Another hard pass. Got it. Julie Iacoboni for three. 68-50 Bombers. Alex Spaschek falls in the backcourt. She was injured for the whole first half of the season, but she is back and looking better than ever. Scored 9 points last game to set her season high. Timeout called after the bucket by Utica. 68-52. We'll get an update, might get an update from Jackson about what Dan Raymond is saying or yelling in this timeout.
Well said, Dan.
And the timeout is over. That was a quick one.
Coach Michelle Davis for Utica's in her 17th season. Raymond in his 16th season, yet he already has 150 more wins than 140, more wins than Michelle Davis.
He actually had a year of coaching under his belt before coming to Ithaca. And that was Jordan Beers now bringing it up court. Alex Spaschek across to Cassidy O'Malley. O'Malley gets it to Erin Whoop. Whoop inside to O'Malley. Dribbles, backs in, and rolls it in on the turnaround jumper. Gets the foul called as well. She'll look to make it 3.
That's where O'Malley's height comes in clutch. When she gets fouled, it can still put the shot up over her defender.
O'Malley misses the free throw on the back rim, and Utica gets the rebound. The ball is tipped out of Ashley Mayo's hands, but she does get the loose ball. Wide open teammates, and she misses both of them. Unfortunate pass, and it looks like Jordan Beers hurt her hand on that scuffle.
Jordan Beers checking out of the game, grabbing her wrist. That is not good. That's her shooting wrist. And if there's one shooting wrist you want on the court, it's number 23.
We also see Erin Ferguson icing her elbow on the bench. A couple of key players with some bruises. Erin Whoop drives down court. The ball is deflected on her pass and picked up by a cheerleader. Inbound by Ithaca, Allie Tunick. 2:09 left in the game, 70-52. Tunick inbounds to Allie Spazchek. Spazchek across court to Cassidy O'Malley. O'Malley up top to Spazchek, back to O'Malley. And a foul is called on Maggie DeBone.
Utica foul on number 40, Maggie DeBone.
Looks like it was just a circumstantial foul. Maggie DeBone did not move. Oh, look at that play from Allie Spazchek. Gets it off of Ashlyn Babb's back and inbounds it to herself. Great stuff from Spazchek.
Coach Dan Raymond for the Bombers, very much penning a previously unwritten book titled How to Win Without Jordan Beers and Erin Ferguson.
It's a complicated title. Spazchek, nice inbound there. I love it.
I told Raymond that it was a complicated title. The publisher wouldn't pick it up, but he wants to do it.
Oh, boy. Allie Tunick misses a three, rims out over the backboard. But can we talk about that Spazchek inbound? She hit it off the numbers of Ashlyn Babb and picked it up herself.
That was impressive.
I love it. That's stuff you see on SportsCenter sometimes.
Ashlyn Babb for 2.
Nice pick set there by Maggie DeBone to allow Ashlyn Babb in for the layup. Yeah, Spazchek, this is her first, one of her first games back. I bet she's been waiting all year to do that. She's been injured.
Yeah,
it's her first opportunity. She said, "You know what? I'm gonna make this move that I saw in 2K or wherever she learned that."
Can you do that in 2K? Can you hit it off the player's back?
You know what? I'm gonna make a player named Allie Spazchek, and I'm gonna try it out.
It made her debut in the first game of 2017. She had a lower body injury that kept her out of the first half of the season.
She's running around as fast as anyone out there, matching up with Utica powerhouse Ashley Mayo.
The walking boot did work. Now, Erin Whoop down the court to Allie Tunick. Whoop falls down, but then sets a pick when she gets up. Over to Spazchek. Spazchek drives inside. Outside to Cassidy O'Malley. Now to Erin Whoop. Whoop to Iacoboni. Great rotation by the Bombers on this possession. Spazchek inside to Cassidy O'Malley, and there's a foul called. Actually, that's going to be a travel on Cassidy O'Malley. It will be Utica ball. 70-54, just over a minute remaining. Coming up on the schedule, Ithaca will be taking on St. John Fisher. Fisher is 6-9 this season. Up next for Utica on Saturday as well, 8-7 Stevens. Stevens does lead the Empire 8, though.
Ashlyn Babb at this point just honing her skills for Utica. Ran full court and put that one in.
50 seconds left, and Allie Spazchek airballs a three. Julie Iacoboni airballs a shot. And there's going to be a loose ball foul called. And that will be a Spazchek free throw because Utica is in the penalty.
Yeah, Dan Raymond's had this shift of women in for quite some time, and it doesn't look like it'll change.
Spazchek misses her first. A little bit disappointed in herself. Bombers have been stuck at 70 for a while, it seems. 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, the Bombers really take this animation gene from Coach Dan Raymond. They miss a shot, they let you know. They let you know they weren't happy with themselves.
Yeah.
But on that same note, they go right back out and they go play some tough defense, as we've seen with some of the Bombers so far. Yeah, Erin Ferguson icing an elbow and a leg right now. Erin Ferguson limping all over the sideline. Hopefully none of these are, but she is smiling, so none of these look too serious.
That's times when you're playing down low. Ashley Mayo now directing traffic for the Pioneers. Over to Nicolette Conkin. Conkin over to Ashlyn Babb. Babb looking for options. Back out to Conkin. She gets nailed for a travel. 23 seconds left. No shot clock for Ithaca. This should be it.
This injured Bomber sideline is flashing more ice than a Lil Yachty music video right now.
Man, the jokes never stop.
Always there for you, Danny.
We got 20 seconds left. You got to fit some more in before this game is over.
I didn't hit my quota yet.
Now Aaron Whoop over to Allie Tunick. Cassidy O'Malley now to Aaron Whoop. She'll hold it. Let the buzzer sound. 70-56, your final score. And now let's toss it down soon to Jackson Roberts, but this win streak over the Utica Pioneers continues.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
with a 70-56 victory. Just a dominant performance from the Utica Bombers.
Absolutely. Start to finish, dominant performance, and Utica just looked defeated. But, Utica Bombers, when they were warming up, they were smiling, they were happy. I mean, they got a season to be happy about, but Utica just did not one smile this whole game from Utica. Just a very defeated team. You give a lot of credit to Dan Raymond for motivating this team and creating this depth. And also, on that note, for the depth, creating Dan Raymond.
And Jackson Roberts lining up for an interview. Let's see. We will toss it down to Jackson Roberts with an interview.
Here with Coach Dan Raymond of the Ithaca College Bombers women's team. Coach, good offensive outing tonight. What did you like, but what do you need to improve on, too?
Well, I mean, we got really stagnant on offense. I mean, in the second half there, we were just kind of standing there passing the ball around. We were a little disappointed in the first half that we didn't get the ball inside. We should have had more inside touches. So that's something we wanted to do a better job. We did a better job in the second half. Defensively, like I told you at the beginning of the game, containing the ball 3 and 4. We did not do a good job with that at all.
16-3 now. What's been the key factor to your success this year?
I think, believe it or not, I think a lot of it is just the whole cohesion, synergy, whatever. These kids really get along really well together. I mean, I'm on them pretty hard, as you can see a lot of times, but they have each other to support each other. So that's really been a key.
Dan, thanks.
You're welcome.
Head coach Dan Raymond, guys, back up to you.
Thank you, Jackson, for a great interview. You saw the goal before the game for Dan Raymond was to contain the Ash twins, Ashlyn Babb and Ashley Mayo. He says he wasn't successful, but he still goes out with the W, now 14-3 on the year. Just an overall great performance of the Bombers, and now the men's basketball team is on the court. You can listen to their game at 8 p.m. on our sister station, bicradio.org. A couple thank yous before we go. First to Ithaca College's Director of TV and Radio Operations, Chris Wheatley, WICB Station Manager, Alex Bredikin, our Sports Director, Adam Bropes, and his partner in crime, Emma Baltrandy. Emma also engineered this broadcast, so thanks for pushing the buttons in the studio. Our halftime crew, Justin Rousier and Mateus Weilman. For Jackson Roberts and TJ Horgan, I'm Dan Doherty, and thanks for listening to this presentation of Ithaca Bombers women's basketball here on WICB and the Bomber Radio Network.